Let me tell y'all what y'all not gonna do. Y'all not gonna slander Janet Jackson and get away with it. Janet Jackson, something's going on with her and her husband. The press person for them has said that they are separated, that they are not divorced. He will be living in the Middle East. Janet Jackson will be living in London. The baby, the new baby, who's all of 3 months old, will be staying with Sister Janet. Okay. Y'all out here talking about Janet is a gold digger. Janet is Janet the scammer. Y'all putting Janet's face on Joanne the scammer's hair and fur. Janet ain't no scammer. She has 250 million American dollars in the bank. That's 12.5 million Tubmans. What you won't do is act like Janet was a one-hit wonder. Janet Jackson, 100 million albums sold. You're not gonna act like Janet Jackson's greatest accomplishment was being in Tyler Perry films. Janet has been entertaining audiences since the 70s. Before your fave was even born, Janet Jackson was on screen giving you a twirl and a memorable character. She gave her life to entertainment and she was successful all of that life. She didn't have highs and lows. She had a series of highs. Short of that Super Bowl incident, but we'll talk about that in a second. And even that, she was the most searched person on the internet ever. She broke the internet before your fave. What you're not gonna do is act like Janet is a gold digger, because she ain't no bum broad. Y'all not gonna act like Janet needed that money, but what you will do, you will remember that time you wanted to quit your job in October, but you went ahead and stayed till February because you was trying to get your Christmas bonus. TMZ says that Janet and her husband had a prenuptial agreement. If Janet stayed until year 5, she got $500 million. So Janet is walking away at year 5 and 2 months with the baby. What y'all not gonna do is act like if the woman was unhappy in year 4 and decided, let me stay and get this $500 million payout, that wasn't smart. Say it wasn't when it was. Because if Janet walked away from that, she'd be stupid. She pulled that same ish that Kobe's wife did. Vanessa sat there and waited just over 10 years and she walked. Kobe wasn't ready to let go of half. He found some love and act right in his heart to get his wife to stay. I suggest Janet's man, again, if the stories that are circulating that Janet is leaving are true, I suggest he gets some act right. I wouldn't want to part with $500 million. That's some incentive to get on the good foot, get your shit together. Start wooing, making promises, bring some romance back to the relationship. You being too hard on a lady, you about to ease up. She needs some free time. You need some nanny. She want to perform. Let her ass get on stage. Save your ass $500 million. I'm just saying, everybody got options. But what option you don't have is to clown Janet. You're not going to act like Janet didn't give you 45 years of good entertainment. Like she wasn't your fave's fave and didn't do the blueprint for your fave's whole career. And I love your fave. I'm just telling you facts. The stuff that y'all are saying ain't right. It's disrespectful. And it's flat out wrong. Y'all not going to play Janet Jackson like that. I'm not going to allow that. That's not... Did you see that story from the Daily Mirror where they called Janet Jackson the world's raunchiest pop star? Former raunchy pop star turns single mother of one at 51. Just disrespectful. And I'm like, Janet was raunchy? Did we forget Madonna existed? I mean, she was butt naked in chains with Big Daddy Kane and some dominatrix and some lesbians in the 90s. It's very tame now, but everything Janet did was very tame in comparison to that. And I was like, how do you call her raunchy? And I was like, is this about the titty? We're still talking about that goddamn titty? I mean, it's a titty. We've all seen them. Even children have seen them. That's how they got food for the first year. Titties. I don't feel like you should call Janet Jackson raunchy. I think that's a stretch of the imagination and a little bit racist. Because I don't know if you're calling a white girl, because you didn't call the white girl who did that crazy shit raunchy. You would say provocative or, erotic or, sexy entertainer. You wouldn't say raunchy. The definition is vulgar. You wouldn't say that about somebody else. And hardly Janet Jackson. That's a reach. I just want you to stop slandering my girl. That's all I'm saying. Because what you're saying isn't correct. What you're saying about Janet is not accurate. That's Janet M.F. Jackson. Respect the songs, respect the sales, respect the acting, respect the choreography. Put some respect on her name. Thanks.